Hollywood doesn't care about women. This is another great video
We've
essay.
just been talking about how much they care about women and
Nope.
put them in the forefront. What do you?
Nope. Let's go to it. This is from friend of the channel Baggage Claim. Did a video essay, and we're gonna watch most of this. We'll talk about it on the other side. I think you'll see. You'll see, Alan.
Hollywood clearly does not understand women. The industry has been trying really hard to pander to us, co-opting franchises and releasing movies and TV shows, all with female heroes front and center, while the men quiver, grovel, and cower in the background. But it's not working. Each of these releases has been met by subpar box office numbers and fast dwindling viewership. And to make matters worse, once priceless IPs like Disney, Star Wars, and the MCU are now eliciting apathetic yawns from their audience at best and scorn at their worst. But even with these disastrous results, Hollywood has no plans to change their women equals good and men equals bad approach to story writing. In fact,
did you hear that?
Yeah.
Women equals good, men equal bad. Here's my problem. Women, if they are in fact fans of these female-led stories, are not being served very well. They're getting, I think, wrong-headed messages.
69.
We'll go back to it here, Alan. I'll pause for comment here and there.
Fact, they are willing to go down with this rapidly sinking ship rather than accept the alternative. More female representation on screen really isn't a bad thing, but from the common character traits of the recent female heroes, one thing is very clear. The writers and creators don't like women. Feminine.
You hear what she said?
Yes.
The writers and creators don't like women.
Traits like empathy, patience, compassion, and gentleness are either never showcased nor valued, but almost every character is stoic, arrogant, impatient, and immensely powerful.
It's like,
I have an arm like a man.
I mean, look, she's talking about that they really don't even have attributes that you would apply to strong women. Let's go back here.
Physically or supernaturally, or both. All traits that are typically considered masculine. The female heroes are rarely...
See? It's basically masculine traits in a female body.
Yeah. Well, I mean, male toxic masculinity is toxic because it's done by, it's from a man. But if a woman does toxic masculinity, that's femininity. Am I getting this right?
Bingo. I'd say I agree, but let's keep
if ever wrong, and their hero's journey requires neither growth nor any improvement in order for them to be triumphant. Usually, if they are lacking anything, it's a slight lack of self-belief, no doubt sowed in them by a male-run society. So the female hero has no feminine traits and doesn't need to undergo the hero's journey. Her only struggle really is dealing with the machismo and utter incompetence of whatever unfortunate male who happens to be in her story. The men, on the other hand, are bumbling, fumbling idiots who are often figuratively or literally kicked in the balls. They are often...
Do I need to say anything there? The image of Shang-Chi getting kicked in the nuts. Alan.
Well, he's like a typical Asian. Never mind. I can't go there.
Back to it.
Often shown as emotional, sentimental, and caring. But again, these traits are played for laughs, rather than values meant to balance out the aggressive female heroes. So the morals of these stories are simple. Men are bad. And since society has been built by men, society also is bad. Women are perfect, except for all the traits that make them feminine. Those should be rejected and can be embodied by men, but women have to be like men. But men are not allowed to be like men. Also, remember how men are bad, but male traits in women is great. If you're
I mean,
what is she saying?
Yeah, exactly. Male traits in women are great. Male traits in men are bad.
Yeah.
It's called hypocrisy. I would call that hypocrisy.
Yeah, not hypocrisy.
Yeah, not hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
Yeah. If a woman does it, it's good. If a man does it, it's bad.
Mhm.
Confused, don't worry. The writers and creators are confused too. The point is that audiences aren't interested in this trash. Every Disney project where they try to flip the script is embroiled in controversy, and once promising TV shows like Loki and Ahsoka are now sitting in a trash heap where only YouTubers go looking for material to review for their latest content. And yes, I'm aware that that's a self-burn. And yet, not so long ago, men and women everywhere were lining up brimming with excitement to watch the newest installment in movies with strong male heroes. Is it possible that women were not feigning interest, wondering when the hell they were going to get a female version of Iron Man, but instead actually enjoyed watching a good movie with a strong male hero? The idea that women want men to be weak, to step aside, to avert their gaze, and to bow down at the sight of them is just so wrong. So if there is...
Yeah, I mean, she is hitting the greatest hits of why we're here at this bad place.
Mhm.
Throw baggage claim a sub. She's been on Versus before. She will be back. So
confusion, which there clearly is, let me be clear. Women don't want this. We don't want emasculated, broken men who are insecure and fearful at the sight of us, who are more than happy to sit on the sidelines while the women make all the decisions and take all the actions. We absolutely do not want this. Many women everywhere are all too familiar with what happens when they build partnerships with these types of men. When women are in relationships with men who take no initiative, who constantly need to be led, need to be told what to do, need to be dominated just to function day to day, there is nothing worse for a woman's happiness. We don't want servants to rule over. We want men.
they don't. Okay, so note, Alan.
Yep.
Women don't want Pedro Pascal. I'm being serious. I think this will hurt. I think his casting will hurt Fantastic Four. I think it's very obvious. So
Interesting.
There's okay.
Are we like
Real
second?
What's it? Sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I think it's almost over. Yep.
Okay.
Men in all their strength and glory, self-assured and powerful, charming and cool, caring and giving and protective. That's what we want. That's
Seeing this montage
Mm-hmm.
with like 007 and all these strong male characters, it's like, oh yeah, these aren't in movies anymore.
Yeah. And it's funny, when you watched these movies, you didn't fear these people.
Yeah, they're just good
You
men.
were rooting for
not
them.
not good men, not perfect men,
Yeah.
good men.
Mm-hmm.
why when movies had masculine heroes like that, it wasn't just the men who were excited to watch. The women loved it too because it reminded us of what we want in our men. And if Hollywood truly understood that, or even cared about that, they would stop presenting every male as the most pathetic version of masculinity possible. But they won't stop because female empowerment is not really the goal. I mean, if it were, they would realize that weak men are actually making women unhappy. But pretending to care about female representation is just the top palatable decoy layer of their agenda cake. The writers and creators of these movies and TV shows are not pro-women, they're anti-men. So
Big distinction. Big distinction.
Mm.
They are. It's so obvious to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's so ingrained. And this happened in TV with sitcom dads. Always the butt of the joke, not the leader of the family. That's where it really started and became ingrained. And we showed that clip in our video about Hanna-Barbera or Joe Barbera, and from Hanna-Barbera Animation, talked
Why does a
about
woman have
all
Why
these
does it-
rules being like put on him.
Yeah.
That's
And then
where it began.
I'm curious, how does she explain Timothy Chalamet then?
Well, that's I would say that, though, having read the Dune books, he's accurate as described in the Dune books. He was 15, scrawny kid that grew into a man through through the books.
Through adversity.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they changed the timeline. I don't know.
Yeah.
He is Timothy Chalamet as Paul Atreides is book accurate in the beginning. So I would
Okay.
defend that one.
Okay.
So, all right, onward.
The real motivation is their vindictive desire to destroy men. And the really sad part is that it's working. But what else can we expect when men everywhere are constantly being told that they are toxic just for existing? Constantly taunted that the world is made for them and by them, and if they struggle or suffer, that it's their own damn fault and need to figure it out alone. But
See, this
I'll
is my
say this.
point. This was my point. It was always equality. In the 60s, they wanted equality. We want equality. And now that they have it, they're flipping the book. And now they want the power. And that's exactly what she's highlighting here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's it's so frustrating and obvious. This is why I think Superman is gonna kick FF the Fantastic Four's ass. I think it's going to.
Mhm.
So let's finish this up.
also told that all the traits that make them masculine have no place in our society unless they're being embodied by women, of course. And all the heroes that men everywhere looked up to have been torn down, stripped, and humiliated. When confronted with the terrible stats of male suffering, there are plenty of people everywhere rejoicing that men are finally getting their comeuppance. And for what? What sins exactly have these men committed that they deserve this? But it's these...
I mean, these are horrifying, these things that, and I've seen this, I've had things said about me that are horrifying based on when I tweeted, "Make Marvel male again." When I tweeted those 4 words, there were articles written that were meant to smear me. The comments, people battled in the comments about what an a-hole I am for saying that. I think I'm right.
We just want our stuff back.
I'm right.
Yeah.
It's things that, are horrifying that, I mean, I lost friendships over tweeting those 4 words, where I had one former friend, not really ever a true friend, say, "I was tired of defending you. I can't defend what you say." Oh, sorry, the truth hurts.
Yeah.
Well, just a sec, one more.
These types of vindictive people that have for some time now infiltrated Hollywood writer and executive boardrooms with their sole goal to bring men to their knees with a stiletto planted firmly on their necks. This isn't about empowerment. This is about domination.
What, no smile?
Yeah.
That
was never about equality. It was always
that
about
was a great video.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Baggage Claim. That was a great video there. Alan, your thoughts now that we've seen this?
Like I said, it was, I mean, I'll up what I've been saying. It was never about equality. It was about revenge.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you've had millennia of control and power. Now for the next millennia or 2 or 3 or 4, it's our turn now. And we'll show you how to do it right.
Well, I'll just say this. Do you want progress or revenge?
Mm-hmm.
I want progress. I like, progress is great. Progress. Let's see progress. You want revenge? Then you have a black heart.
Yeah. Whatever happened to peace? Whatever happened to unity? Whatever happened to all these things that we were told we wanted? Look, I'm not white. This has been, I've been doing this race thing since I was born. And I was always told, I just want a chance to get my foot in the door. That's all I want. I just want to prove to you that I can do the job. That's all I wanted. And now and so what did I do? I had to work harder. I had to do the job better than my white coworkers, which was fine. It made me better at my job. But now I see people who don't even want to take that kind of effort, want to be lazy. I deserve to be in the writer's room because I'm a woman, or because I'm a person of color, or because I'm gay. No, you should be in the writer's room because you can write. And how do you write? You study, you work hard, you write. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with the world today, is people in these so-called oppressed groups want everything handed to them on a silver platter rather than earn it for themselves. And that's what bothers me, because if that was true, I worked too damn hard my whole life to get to where I am. You know, I should have just sat back and let someone give it to me rather than try to be the person I am today.